Happy Monday. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. I spent Saturday just hanging out and touching grass with friends, and on Friday I went to a Halloween party. So yeah, it was cool. It was a neat weekend. What's up, Jopnop individual? You have a standard banner ad on mobile. Yeah, I think that I'm not in control of that. I'll tell you right now, if banner ads and stuff like that, I don't think there's like a button that I can choose to like run those or turn those off. Those are that's all on Twitch. I'm honestly thinking more and more about just getting like the Twitch Nitro and just canceling all my subs, because as fun as it is to sub to people, I don't really like chat in anyone's chat, so I don't get the benefits of like being a sub and like having all the emotes and stuff. And I'm pretty sure if I pay for Twitch Nitro, all of the fucking streamers that I watch, which is many at this point, more than I can actively sub to, I think they still get money from me. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that because it would at this point it would save me money, because I could just cancel the like 4 or 5 outstanding subs I have and like pay monthly for the price of like. This isn't an ad, by the way. It's just something, just a thought that has crossed my mind. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's a personal problem. What do you need to know about my life? / my stream. I think this week I am streaming today, Monday, in which we will be doing a white knuckle abyss run back. It didn't go very well on Friday. As you may know, I made it there with much effort, and then I died a lot and in unfortunate ways. But I have now a save where I'm back at the abyss, and I got like 6 shots at it. So lots of attempts that I could do. So I'm just gonna do that, and maybe one goes the distance. But before I do that, I'm gonna do my usual weekly stuff. Guess the game. I'll play that Juxtastat game again and some Geoguessr. But what else? There were other things I wanted to talk about. I'm too broke to pay for subscriptions. Me and my girlfriend are going on vacation soon, and my student credit card won't be happy. No, enjoy your vacation. That shit's way more important than, dude. Like, here's the thing. This has been going around because there's been like prominent streamer drama, and people are like, oh, like all streamers are terrible people or whatever. At least like the big streamers. And like, I don't know, if someone gives me entertainment, like I do personally think that they like deserve to be like compensated to some degree for that. But I'm also coming from the place of like, I'm a streamer and I would want someone to have that like same opinion of me. But it is like so low on like the importance level of just what you should be spending your money on. Live your fucking life first. Use your like the last like expendable cash you have left over. That's the kind of shit that can go to frivolous stuff like supporting a Twitch streamer. But yeah, I get it. Failed the first jump in the abyss 3 to 4 times now. Thank God, because that's where I was dying, and I was like, how the fuck am I was like, this shouldn't be hard. But I died twice in a row on it. Well, it does suck. I've talked about this before, and I don't expect anyone to. No one should be expected to sub, of course. I think it's kind of lame that this entire like ecosystem is propped up on like goodwill donations, basically. Like essentially, like you are supposed to fund my stream, which is really stupid and weird. And I don't like that it is that way. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm streaming tonight, Monday. Obviously, you're here, you're watching me, or you're watching on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. And you maybe just want to know what my schedule is. And then I think I will be streaming Thursday, which the original plan was to play Morta, which I've been working my way through. But Morta's not going anywhere. What is going somewhere is Halloween. And I haven't like really played a spooky game this year. I mean, I guess I'm kind of playing a spooky game tonight. But like a new one, like one that I haven't played before. So I think I'm going to play this Caput Mortem game. Looks really interesting. I've heard it compared to both King's Field and Amnesia, both of which are games that I like and have positive feelings about. So a combination of those two things sounds cool. I guess I can't say I like Kingsfield because I haven't actually played it, but I've liked every Kingsfield that I've played. So I feel like by proxy, I like Kingsfield. Don't think I've heard of it. I mean, it's only got 184 reviews on Steam, but it looks sweet. I mean, I don't know. I think it's got a cool graphical style. I believe you like control your hands individually, which I think is kind of neat. It's a bit of a white knuckle like, if you will. So that's what I'm doing on Thursday. Joke, by the way. Death and Abyss, I have seen. It looks interesting. It's not my usual type of game, but it definitely looks cool. I probably will try it at some point. Oh yeah, and then I had a few other like Eclipsium. Yeah, I can see that. I had a few other things I wanted to run by the stream, but I got to remember now. Okay. Here's one. I talked about this a little bit in the Discord, and I may have like offhand mentioned it on stream, but I think what I want to do, we talk all the time about like these older games that I haven't played. I mean, I've been gaming for a hot minute. I'm 30 and I've been gaming since I was like 6 years old. So I've played a lot of stuff, but there's also a lot of stuff I missed just because I didn't like own the console or whatever. And so we talk about stuff like I've never played Metroid Prime, never played Super Metroid. I never played Symphony of the Night, like stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to do just like set aside a few weeks or even like a month on stream where I'm just like hard focused on like playing those old classics that I never played. And if there's a game of that, Metroid Dread, no, it's not really. Like I'm talking about the old ones. You're right, I haven't played Metroid Dread, but like I think I'd like to probably play like the older ones first. So I want to just set aside some time on my stream to do that. Any game that you think like would maybe be like that's like considered a classic, that is, you know, able to be played on modern hardware, again, like with the big asterisk of like, you know, I'll find a way, basically. I'll find a way. But just that isn't like impossible to run or play. And that like, yeah, just fits my stream in some way, or that I've like talked about wanting to play before. Feel free to just bring it up in the Discord. I'm gonna have to curate a relatively small list of games, but maybe if this goes well, it's something I can try more often, or like do once a year where I set aside like a few weeks to play my classic games. So there you go. That's the pitch for that. Been rewatching Stranger Things recently. So far, season 1 is my favorite. I watched that show up through season 3. And I liked season 1, kind of disliked season 2, and I kind of liked season 3. But I feel like my overwhelming sentiment is that that show could have ended after one season and nothing of value really would have been lost. I don't know, maybe season 4's peak. I kind of doubt it, though. I played Quake 1 on stream. I did, and it was a lot of fun. I was expecting to enjoy it, and I was even still surprised at how much I enjoyed it. Very good game. I just played Quake 2, I guess. I've heard that Quake 2 is not as good, but interesting. And it's got a proper remaster now. So that's something I definitely would consider checking out. Is it weird to say maybe I don't want to focus on FPS games? Because I just feel like I play so much FPS games. And I don't think there is like I haven't played Blood. I haven't played Blood. I feel like Blood is probably the most prominent example of one that I haven't played. Can't resub? That's all right. I mean, hopefully you figure it out, I guess, but I'm not keeping tabs. You're fine. Yeah, I feel like to branch out and play some other games that still like fit my stream, but that aren't necessarily FPS games. I'm a little burned out on like the boomer shooters. I did it to myself. I just played so many. But at this point, like, I have to wonder if like my lack of interest in them is just because I've played so many and not because they're like actually not good. But I did just like definitely go through some like boomer shooter overload. The thing too is that like when I first like started gaining some traction on YouTube with Ultra Kill, I was like, oh, maybe there's some sauce to this boomer shooter thing. And I enjoyed playing a lot of them, like Dusk. I had a fun time with Incision. I haven't played the full release of Incision, but I should. Cultic, like a lot of games I really enjoyed playing on stream. But like the views on anything that was not Ultra Kill just were not there. And then I realized that Ultra Kill fans don't actually like boomer shooters, they just like Ultra Kill, which is fine. That's valid, but it took a little like trial and error to realize that maybe people don't want to see that stuff as much as I want to play it. And now I just don't really want to play it because I've played too many. Was there something else I was going to say? Oh, in a few weeks, I'm going on vacation again. Like vacation. I'm going to see my family in Arizona. But I think I'm going to bring the stream setup with me. I think I'm going to try and stream from down there. I might even make a little vlog about getting my setup down there, which could be kind of cool. So, Dumpster Man Southwest coming at you. Southwest edition. IRL stream. Not IRL stream, because I'm not set up to... Listen, I'm building like a little travel-size PC so that I can do streams like not from just like my desk more often. But I don't want to promise IRL streams because I'm not like equipped to stream on the go. But what I may be able to do is like stream from more places. Parents' basement stream. Yeah, they don't got basements out there in Arizona really, but like, yeah, basically. Like, yeah, you nailed it. But yeah, so I think having like a PC that's a little more portable would enable me to stream from more places. I mean, again, I'm still going to take vacations where I don't stream. Don't get me wrong. This isn't me like cross-contaminating work and leisure, but yeah, could make me a little more flexible, could open up some more ideas. A friend and I already talked about one thing we could do, so yeah, could be fun. And yeah, that'll be more of like a trial run to see if I can actually like stream from my parents' place in Arizona, which I think I should be able to. But so yeah, and if that all crashes and burns, then I will just have like another week off coming up. But hopefully not, because I'm not going to be busy that whole time. My wife and my sister and my dad all work, so like if I don't work, there's not going to be anything to do during the day. So yeah, I feel like I had one more thing I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, I just am working hard on a video this week that I really would like to get out sooner rather than later, because it's kind of like topical, I guess. I mean, it'll be out when it's out. I was working hard on it today. And the reason this is kind of like a lighter streaming week is because I want to just crank away at it and get it done. That's, I think, all I want to say about it for now. I talked about it a little bit in the sub chat in Discord. Super secret sub chat one? It is, yes. Yeah. There is another video that I'm working on that I like actually made some progress on. So I guess the cool thing is, for the first time in a while, I'm gonna like release a video and then immediately have another video to work on, and then actually immediately have another video to work on. So hopefully the like release cadence on the main channel speeds up. I did not play the Arc Raiders demo. I had some friends asking if I wanted to play it, but they just checked it out when I was not available, and then they never hopped back on, and then the demo ended. So I never got a chance to play it. It looks interesting. I just don't know if I'm buying a $40 game right now. I just bought Battlefield 6, which I'm having fun with, which was $70 though. And I'm always buying like, you know, dink and dunk like $10 indie games to play on stream. This one that's currently on my screen included. I just bought Ball Pit. Okay, it's Ball Pit, right? It's not Ball X Pit. I think so. I've heard everyone else just says Ball Pit. I bought that game because it looks fun. I bought that RV game. So yeah, I made a few indie purchases as well. All for less than what Arc Raiders costs. It's like a Hunter thing. Yeah, I get it. I called it Ball X Pit before, but the X is like so prominent in the like marketing and stuff. Oh, I bought the game, and I kid you not, I bought the game Rogue. And yes, I said bought. I'm sure you can just like emulate this or whatever, but it's $2 on Steam. Because I'm thinking about making a video about like the term roguelike. And I'm like, it would be stupid to talk about Rogue without having at least tried Rogue. So I might play Rogue, I guess. I've never played it before. I can't imagine too many people have. But I just thought it was kind of funny that you can just go on Steam and buy Rogue, like the Rogue, for a couple bucks. And actually, that is a great note on which to guess the game. Guess the game. We love guess the game. Yeah, the Rogue, the assy one. Yes, exactly. This is that. What is it? Station 8. No, there's something. It's like a horror game, right? It's the one where you walk down the hallway and there's Exit 8. Thank you. Is it not this? It's not that. Ooh, it's not Exit 8. Does that not look like it though? I've watched someone else play that game, and it actually looked kind of sweet. Granted, I saw the entire game, so there was, like, no need for me to ever touch it. Like, I literally got the entire game imparted to me secondhand. Wow, yeah, safe to say I don't remember exactly what it looked like. But you're right, it has, like, yellow tiles or something. I'm not going to pull it up until I'm done with this. That was you with mouthwashing? No offense to the game mouthwashing. I just can't do it. It 100% has nothing to do with the game itself and everything to do with the community. But the ship sailed. I missed the like initial hype window, and then like all I've seen since is just like the worst people on earth talking about that game. I'm sure it's great though. This is no offense to the dev. I just have like I somehow overloaded on the game without knowing anything about the game. PS2, huh? Could this be like Max Payne 2? No. Survival horror. This is a Silent Hill game. Silent Hill 3? It is Silent Hill 3, okay. I've never played a Silent Hill game, but I kind of know what each of them is vaguely about. You can watch it and get more or less the experience. I'm not sure I care. Again, it's no offense to the game. I just don't know if I'm interested in that game. Is this Cult of the Lamb? Wow. Okay. Yeah, it was. I mean, it has a pretty distinct art style, but that was very little information to go off of. Yeah, you're so right too that is like kind of just the hallmark of a popular indie game. What I've heard about this game is that the actual like roguelike part is not all that good. And what people like about it is like the base building aspect, which tells me that I think I would not like this game because it's not that I don't like that stuff, but I don't think that stuff would be enough to get me over like a bad like kind of core like, roguelike combat loop. I don't know if it's bad, but it just doesn't look that good to me. People love that game, so. What is this? It looks kind of cool, whatever it is, but it's not ringing a bell. Looks like a painting. Puzzle game, huh? I like this like oil painting style, but you know you made it as a game dev when you have insufferable fans. That's honestly kind of true. Okay. Is it weird to say that I'm sure this is not the case, but is it weird to say that it feels like there are only like starving artist indie devs and like uber mega like way too successful indie devs and like no real in between. Like it feels like every indie dev that I know is like struggling to, they're either struggling to make ends meet, or like their game blew up and they like made millions of dollars. Like where are my like just jobber indie devs at? The ones who like are just making a salary off of like making indie games. I feel like they don't exist. I'm sure they do, but it feels so rare. It feels like you either explode or you just like suffer in silence. I don't know. I'm like trying to think of like a counterexample. I'm sure there's plenty of games that like have done just fine. You don't hear about them as much. Yeah, that's probably just true. I guess maybe if you work for like a indie developer that just has like multiple, that's like a studio, you know? Like you work for like a I don't know. White Knuckle seems fine. Yeah, I feel like White Knuckle is possibly like approaching like the really successful side. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what the sales look like, but it is also like a fairly cheap game, and I'm sure DreadX takes a cut, but Mrs. has some big success. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he makes like kind of small games for the most part, which I think is like a good way to kind of like, you know, more or less like scrape by as an indie dev. I think he owes a lot of success to YouTube too, though, you know? Like, it's not to say he's not a good, that he's not a good developer, but I think he's just got the YouTube game down. Will you play the 8th layer of Ultra Kill? Of course I will. What I don't know if I'll do is play, or I'm sorry, what I don't know if I'll do is make a video on it. And this is something I'm going to talk about in an upcoming main channel video, but I think I'm taking a step back from Ultra Kill on the channel. And I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll let that future video speak for itself. But I will play it. At minimum, if you want to just like see me like pog at the new stuff on stream, like, yeah, I'll be there day one for sure. Markiplier played Endoparasitic. Markiplier, I don't really like watch him, but like he's tapped in to the indie games. I've noticed the fact that he played White Knuckle is sick. I have no idea what this is, dude. It looks vaguely familiar. I just don't know. I literally have zero idea. I've skipped every round. You can actually lose by like hitting. I'm just gonna. What's that one game? It kind of looks like that Venba or whatever. I don't think it is that though. Oh, it's a Golden Idol. It's Golden Idol. Damn. I knew I recognized this art style. Yeah, and that's the nice thing too, because Marty, to your point, that is so far from guaranteed of like those older YouTubers like not being terrible people. There's definitely a few. Like Jacksepticeye seems like a good guy too. But a lot of them ended up, you know, canceled or yeah, just for other reasons being shitty people. So it is nice to see that Markiplier just seems like a good guy. This is just grass. Is there a game called Grass? Grass Cutter Mutated Lawns? I know a thing or two about cutting grass on this channel, let me tell you. Cause be like old Wasteland game. Okay, it seems like Wasteland 2 is like the oldest one on there. Yeah. Yeah, this looks older. It's a DOS game. Could this be like an Ultima game? Ultima, give me Ultima 4. That's 4. It's not Ultima. Oh, it's totally an RTS game. Okay, Command and Conquer. Okay, woo! I was like, what? How many RTS games do I know? It's actually something I talk about in the next video that's going out. Is not being a fan of RTS games, but I do at least like know some of their names. So I'll tell you what this looks like is the fucking. Okay, where is there a floor like this in the game? That looks like a new, that looks like a brand new, like, laminated vinyl floor. Where in the game does it look like that? Yeah, I recognize the shield saw immediately. Hello, chuds and chudettes. What a message. What's up, Glade? Yeah, it is Doom of the Dark Ages. This vexes me though. This looks like we modded the shield saw into House Flipper 2. Like, am I wrong? Like, what the fuck am I looking at here? What is this floor texture? I'm doing good. Yeah, I had a good day. I had a good weekend. Feeling recharged, ready to go. Oh fuck, this is definitely, I'm gonna not know this, but it looks like something I should know. Give me one more. PlayStation. Final Fantasy 6. It's not. I know it's not, because Final Fantasy 6 is like full 2D. Tactical role-playing. Dude. Yeah, it could be Final Fantasy Tactics, but I feel like... No, it's not. Is it... What's another Tactics game? Tactics Ogre? Ogre with a G? Oh, there's more than one? Forget it, man. Forget it. Yeah, it's a hex grid, too, which I know Final Fantasy Tactics is not. Or at least it looks like a hex grid. I actually should play Final Fantasy Tactics. I feel like I had it on Game Boy, but I don't like have memories of playing it really. No, I totally did. I did play it. Man, it's been a long time though. I should replay it. Okay, this looks like something that I would get immediately if I knew it. This looks like a fucking like Homestar Runner game or something. What am I looking at? Just give me, is it like Kingdom of Loathing? Is that what it's called? West of Loathing. There it is. I was gonna say, Kingdom of Loathing is like the Flash game, right? Like that's the original version, and then this is like the Steam release. Is that everything? That was everything. Wow. We flew through that. Let's get Juxtastat up. I'll explain Juxtastat if you haven't seen it. Okay, these are, it literally just gives you two places, and you have to pick which one better fits the description, essentially. So we're looking at which has more access to grocery stores, higher percentage of people within 1 mile of a grocery store. And it's like the Columbia River Valley outside of Portland, or it's like the outskirts of Lexington, Kentucky. I feel like, so I have been to this part of Oregon, and I feel like there was you know what? No, this is, some of these parts are so remote. I feel like it has to be this. Damn it, dude. Damn it. Ah. Which voted more for Biden in the 2020 presidential election? Santa Cruz or Fort Wayne? Give me Santa Cruz any day. Okay. Which has a higher mean daily temperature in December, January, February. Shenyang, China? Or Recife? I don't know how you say that, but this is coastal. I feel like it may low-key be this. Yeah. Because this looks like it's in... Can I zoom out? Oh, it does let you zoom out. Oh, but it's also, like, north. And you're where? You're on the coast in Brazil, close to the... It's you, for sure. No need to overthink that one. Which has a higher percentage of households that have a household income under 50K Canadian. So this is a... I don't know, like an exurb of Toronto. I think it's gotta be, okay, under. Income under. I'm gonna go with Victoria here, because, like, here's my thought process. I think that I think suburbs almost always are going to be higher income. Not always, but like almost always. Whereas this contains basically just like the whole of the city, which means like, you know, low income, high income neighborhoods all across the board. I just feel like the average is going to be lower. Whereas I feel like suburbs kind of self-select higher incomes. So it's percentage of households that have a household income. I'm going with this. Yeah. Okay. Woo! Got it. Which has a higher percentage of people whose rent is greater than 40% of their income. And it's South Bend, Indiana, or it has to be South Bend, right? And I'll tell you why. Well, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, you know, maybe other than like in the middle of Greensboro, North Carolina, I'm thinking all these like rural communities, probably pretty low cost of living. Probably pretty low cost of living. Indiana, probably the same, but South Bend is a college town. So I'm assuming that there are a lot of students going to Notre Dame making no money and paying high rent. Fuck. Did I read that one wrong? Did I read that one wrong? Am I stupid? Rent income greater than 40%. Okay, I'm clicking on this one again. Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm looking at now. I have no idea what I'm looking at now. All right, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch the bad taste out of my mouth. We're playing Geoguessr. Yeah, I guess Greensboro is just doing the heavy lifting. Geoguessr. Starting the prediction now. Over under 15K. You either know the drill or you don't at this point. You are like Schrodinger's drill knowers. The way we do it here is you gamble and I play a community world with no moving and I try to get more than 15K. That's the long and short of it. Okay. Yeah, what have we here? I can't read that. Granted, I probably couldn't read it even if I could see it. Can you guess with me? I only ask that if you don't know, you don't say. Or, I'm sorry, that if you know, you don't say. If you don't know and you're just throwing a guess out there, you absolutely can guess in chat if you want. I probably won't read it, but because I like to just figure them out on my own. But feel free. However, if you think you know it, don't just say it. That's my only request. I don't want to be spoiled. Okay. Is this... Yeah, it's definitely Europe somewhere. What I'm trying to figure out is if I'm looking at Latin or Cyrillic characters here. It kind of looks Cyrillic, if I'm being real. I'm thinking we're somewhere like Bulgaria or Serbia, like kind of this region. Betting button isn't showing. Well. A few came in, so bummer. Sorry about that. I don't know why that would be. Yeah, refreshing might help. I'm also noticing it doesn't look like these cars have the blue EU stripe. Oh, what's this? I feel like I'm getting baited by the stuff on the window here. I'd love to find another like sign with text. You sound like the person who'd like Terraria if you haven't played it. I have played it. Granted, it's been a long time, but I have played it and I do like it. I actually tried to stream it with Britta, but we couldn't get connected somehow. I don't remember what the issue was. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Just gonna go like outskirts of Belgrade. Just something like, you know, out here. Okay, that was not even remotely close to what I thought. Jersey, bro? That does explain the weird license plates. But yeah, that was not... I definitely had the wrong read on those I mean, 2K points isn't terrible. We are back in Europe. And you can, if you didn't know, you can tell because of the blue stripe on the license plate. Olympus Sky Centers Rezekne? I don't know what language that is. It seems like, though, if I had to guess, it's Latin to you. I mean, it is Latin characters, but what's the language? I don't know. I kind of am like, I'm thinking like Baltics. Dude, I'm gonna be real. If I just zoom in like this, that shit almost looks like America. This looks like a regular suburb outside of Milwaukee. What am I looking at here? And Baltic Slavic. Their languages are all in Latin characters, not Cyrillic is the term you're probably thinking of, which means which are just different symbols than Latin characters, which are like, you know, are like English alphabet is Latin characters. It doesn't help a ton, but it does narrow down at least a little bit where we're looking at. It could be like Hungary too. Hungary's got kind of a weird language. It's this ice. Because like that, I mean, that could be like that alone. If I didn't see the rest of it, that could be like it's like Spanish or something. And I don't think this can be Romania because I don't think Romania has the stripe. I'm gonna just go. Oh! There's no way. Olympus Skies, that's exactly how it's spelled. It's not the same, though. It's not the same place. Okay, I'm gonna drop my pin there. Okay, let's look, other cities. Are there other cities with, like, an Olympic center? It's like... That's crazy, actually. That was kind of a soul read, honestly. I'm perfectly happy just putting it there. It seems pretty likely this is Latvia, or at least a Baltic country now. I mean, we haven't really looked around Riga. I don't know how easily I'd be able to track down something very specific, though. We're definitely not, like, in the dead center of the city, either. Let's be real. This looks pretty suburban. This looks like where you might have something like this. I don't know. I'm getting lost in the sauce. Let's just send it on this. I think it's not right, but we'd be like kind of out in front of it a ways. Okay, we had the right country. Where is this? Oh, it was the name of the city. I didn't even think to look for that word. And yeah, look at that. Well, hey, that was a good round. That was a good round. I'll take that. Ooh. All right. Ooh, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this. But I think that this license plate with the stripe on either side means we're not only in Europe. I think it means we're in Italy. I think specifically we are in Italy. I know these chevrons are different based on the country too. So I don't know if these are Italian chevrons, but just ask Rainbow. I mean, he would know this, to be fair. He would have like already probably guessed. He'd be on the next round. I'm gonna go like northern Italy. Man, having been to this part of Italy, what I will say is that it's kind of just like endless sprawl outside of Milan. There's like so many little cities. Yeah, yeah, Rainbow would be done. Or no, you're not even wrong. I think if he was really going for like 5Ks on every round, probably not. But I don't really think that's how he plays the game. I do think we're just in this kind of like part of northern Italy is my guess. Maybe we're definitely not in a town though. You missed the bet. Oh, it was France. me looking at that license plate and being like, for sure this isn't okay. So here's what I will say. Is that could be an Italian car. Like it's not like you can't just drive to it's not like you can't just drive to France. I'm guessing had I been smart and known what the chevrons were, I probably could have figured it out. But I don't. I'm dumb and I don't. Damn, this is just like oops all Europe, huh? Getting like Poland from this. That just looks like it says KYS, man. Why is the trash can saying those terrible things to me? Poland or Hungary. Yeah, it's so flat, which is why I think maybe Poland. It also looks like kind of Slavic, like the architecture and stuff, which is why I'm feeling Poland. That's my cousin right there telling me to kiss. Damn. It'd always be the ones you least suspect. I feel pretty good about Poland. It could be like, I don't know. I just feel like Czechia and Slovakia, I kind of just picture being like more like hilly. Whereas this looks so flat. Like every direction I look is just like flat. So I'm kind of going to just pop down in like central Poland here. We're on a road going north to south. Ooh, okay. It was Denmark actually. But going a little more north in Poland is actually a good choice. Now, well, you guys haven't been able to see the score, but it's close. It's close. It's close, and I've been dropped in the middle of the woods somewhere. No. No sun to speak of. I'm going to have to just soul read this one. It's actually coming down to the soul read. Like, what are the odds that it's just Europe again? I actually kind of feel like pretty good. Pretty good. Birch trees. And what you know about birch trees. What is the... Ludwig was playing Geoguessr and said something about like the trees just look Polish or whatever, and then plopped it down in Poland and got it right. Is that water? I'm sure this means something. These are something that like are probably a dead giveaway if you like know the metas. I don't, however. And at this point, I'm kind of just stalling because there's nothing to glean from it. There is a sign over there. Okay. Dude, it's like... Did we roll 5 Europes in a row? I'll tell you what I think this isn't. This is not anywhere in Africa. This is not anywhere in Asia. God, it like maybe could be Japan. I just think it's not. Almost nowhere else in Asia would look like this. Could be, maybe there's a tiny little chance it could be New Zealand, but I think no. It also doesn't really look like anywhere I've ever seen in Australia. There's maybe parts of like Argentina, Brazil that look like this, but not really. Not to the degree that I would associate this as possibly being them. So what are we left with? North America, Europe. Could this be United States or Canada? Yeah. But if I go there, I'm getting a bad score anyways. Because this could be literally anywhere in the US and most of Canada. I mean, it's probably like east of the Rockies. Just looking at the trees, and I think we could say, and like the terrain, if it's in North America, it's probably east of the Rockies. Okay? That doesn't narrow it down much, though. I feel like Europe is still my best bet. Because a lot of it looks like this. Hell, most of it looks like this. You think it's because of the bad-looking weather? I wish I could see the sun, because that would at least, like, help narrow it down. I do think it's in the south. It's more south than it is north. So that puts us in the northern hemisphere, at least, like, just based on how it looks vaguely. I'm just going to drop this shit down in, like, the dead center of Europe. And what is the dead center of Europe, if not the good old Czech Republic? Oh, I really thought... Dude, it was my own damn state, too. It was not somewhere I've been, but it was my own damn state. Yeah, I'd never... This is, like, within the Twin Cities, too. There's no way. I never would have guessed that. Like, it didn't not at all look like Minnesota, but it didn't look enough like Minnesota that I was like, definitely it's East Bethel or whatever this is. Like, there's just no way, bro. Where is it? It's like by Forest Lake. It's like Twin Cities area. Kind of. It's like on the outskirts. Britta would not have gotten that. Well, maybe she would have. I think there's like a universe where I was cooking too hard. I think like if you don't know a lot of like Geoguessr, I feel like you are more inclined to just be like, yeah, that looks like down the street from me. Like, yeah, I've seen trees and water in my state before. Therefore, it must be my state. I actually do think there's a world where Britta beats me on this one. And I'm not kidding. And it's because she's bad at Geoguessr, yes. However, I'm trying to feel better about myself here. That's a bummer because damn. That was a good round otherwise. But there you go. The one believer is the one doubter is splitting all the believers' points. Flaying the wife. I mean, I feel like she'll be the first to admit she doesn't like know anything about geography. Not like not exactly an insult. Okay. Yeah, I've not played White Knuckle yet. We're gonna get to that in momento. I think that's it. I think that's all else I have to do. So yeah, let's get into the White